How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, as you can see by the title, I have to do this, my royal family. I really been getting on the enemy's ass, and I often clump in the enemy's supporters. And we know who one of the enemy supporters is. We call them Coons. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about the Coons. So I have to drop this truth serum on you. I know you here to listen. And you can thumbs down all damn day. In fact, I would strongly encourage you to thumbs down more, because the more that you thumbs down, the more that I know I'm touching you where you need to be touched, deep in the crack of your coon fake ass. So Coons, you have a problem, and I'm going to explain your problem. Now, I tried to tell you this, I don't know if it was a year ago or 2 years ago. I don't know. I can't keep up with all these videos I do, but I do know I told you. So I'm going to reinforce my message to you again. See, I often talk my royal family about this war, and this is a multi-layer war. And some folks don't realize they're in a war. And I have talked about Coons being cons. And the Coons even think they are conning Esau. No, you're not. No, you're not. See, when you make the decision to coon out, and when Esau recognize what you are doing and how you are betraying the royal family, they are going to use your ass for their agendas. And one of the things that Esau expects of you is those promises that you made behind the scenes. You thought when you were making these promises to the Coons that no one or any entity was aware what you was doing. Well, you forgot about Yah. And then you forgot about the very people that are empathic. And the promise that you made to them very long ago, and continue to try to make these promises, is that you can control us. And it has not worked. See, the Coons, they kind of slow, and they forget what space and time they in. And I would project that these Coons are like 40 years behind times. And Coons feel like they have arrived when they get in a bag and they get in their house and their car and they can go to functions. And I'm going to get on about the functions that they go on a little bit later somewhere along the line. Now, we are seeing in the streets of America, my royal family, because of our utter disgust with Esau killing us with impunity. And, there was a space and time where they would really get down on the kings. And now they're attacking the entire royal family. It doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter if you male or female, elderly or what. And the reason why Esau is in this panic mode is because, like I said, in their sub and even some in their subconscious, they can feel the paradigm shift, even though they soulless. Like I said, y'all put certain things in them to recognize certain things. That's why I often say what disgusts them is seeing the kingdom in us and seeing the everlasting life, which I say often. But they had expectations, and they were strongly depending on these motherfucking coons to keep us in total control. And we are up in their face. We are telling them truly how we feel. And they don't like that, because there was a space and time that when we were enslaved, that there was a lot of rebellion. And they had to find inventive ways to stop us from doing what we were doing, because we knew by our nature that we are not supposed to be shackled down and bound down. So you had your overseers, and some of the overseers was black men. But there were a lot of revolts. My royal family, if you know anything about history, and I am a history buff, slavery was never ever a smooth transition in America. No way. There was never a period, a space and time in when we were enslaved like that everything ran smooth. We were constantly running away. We were constantly burning down shit. We were constantly poisoning their food. We were breaking their tools. We were purposely doing these things. In fact, I seen on C-SPAN, somebody had wrote a book about that. We found ways to rebel. Well, see, Esau, like the part where we would break up their shit or fuck up their crops, they just contributed to that we were so fucking dumb and didn't have a clue that we couldn't help ourselves, or we didn't know our strength, or, we didn't really know what we were doing, because they have to, babysit us, even though we were keeping them alive. They didn't even know how to survive in this fertile land. So all these revolts going on, they subject to find some glass in their food from time to time and stuff. So with all that going on, and you can look up old newspaper articles and see their concern about these revolts. Okay, now we are in these times, and even though they keep doing what they doing to us and we don't get full justice at all, and we will never get full justice when Esau is still trying to maintain their power. Now, this system is dying before our eyes, but they still going to keep up an illusion, and they have expectations of these coons. Well, they don't like the fact that we ain't holding back no more. See, they didn't push us so hard. So naturally, the enemy is going to look at their supporters. And I would imagine some have even said some stuff too. But there's a look. And them coons know that look. And it's like, what the fuck going on? Why you cannot control? See, they made a guarantee with the enemy. One thing you don't get into, my royal family, is making guarantees. I have often said, I will disappoint you. Have hope in me, but not faith. I don't always get this thing right. I cannot do this thing without you. That's why I am a humble person and not a proud person. Don't be fooled by the way I talk. That's just the royal fire in me. Even though I have a channel, I'm just like you, still trying to figure things out too as well. So, back to the coons. You notice a lot of them been real quiet. I mean, there's some that say some dumb shit, but a lot of them been real quiet. So let's use Tammy Kemp, for instance. She's been going on a Mammy tour, and she's been really tearful. Now, when she was in court, she gave the illusion of fairness and powerful, like she could not be penetrated at all. But now, since she has going on this tour, she's tearful. And I said, why is she crying? I meditated on it, and I know why. She's feeling our energy. She's feeling that peer pressure that I talk about, because I say peer pressure can be positive. So that lets me know that we are penetrating our own that have sold completely out, because all they worried about is their immediate situation and also being validated by a peer demon. Because those coons look at those worlds and figure, wow, if I have me a big ass mansion and a fat bank account and a car and I can go to these functions, I have arrived. A lot of them think that. And they also do straddle the fence. Now, she has been jumping up, and many coons will jump up and say that they are a Christian. Okay, you ain't even a full Christian. You straddling the fence because you want to live in Esau's world. And then you want to run to the church on Sunday and think that'll clean up your fuckery. Well, if you're going to be one, you got to be fully in it. If that's what you choose to do, whatever you want, however you want to worship. You can't even straddle the fence on that. So you playing a damn game with yourself, because that's what she keep throwing up in folks' face, that I'm a Christian. But you ain't fully in that, because you have no motherfucking problem lying when you get caught on the spot. And I guess you just think that, okay, I can tell all these atrocious lies, and then in the evening I'll just go drop my knees and ask the Father or the Creator to forgive me. No, it don't work like that, because you are purposely doing what you are doing, because you are trying to maintain your position in this fucking war. That's how these coons get down. And she got dual concerns. She's concerned about what Esau gonna do to her ass, because she broke the motherfucking rules, even though they like what she did. But they will come down on your ass. Then you feeling us. And I said, wow, see, I am an opportunist. I will wait till I catch a motherfucking moment where I have been constantly saying different things to y'all, but when that moment happened, I have to focus in on it. I have to. And she wants to have the liberty and the privilege to live in both worlds. That's how coons get down. No. You cross the line, be fully 1,000% invested in what world you want to live in. Our Father can respect that better than you straddling the fence and playing games. And what gets on my fucking nerves is these coons feel real comfortable going in and out of these worlds. But then what they'll do is they'll want to chastise us and say, you ain't did enough because you can have what I have. Well, then the question that I would ask a male coon, how much dick in the ass did you have to take to get that bag? And then what I would ask a female coon, how much dick do you got to suck to continue to maintain your bag? Ain't that a shame to degrade yourself on that level? Now, you have to shut something up within yourself. And I'm talking directly to the royal family about this, because we have souls, we have conscience and everything, and coons have it too. So they have to put that in some type of compartment, or however they do that thing. But it still have a way of rearing its head and touching you to the core and saying, what you are doing is wrong. So she's crying because she knows she done fucked up with her people. And she don't like being called a coon and a mammy and all that shit. But then she want to sit up and tell a bald-faced lie and say, I don't get on social media. I don't know nothing about that and all of that. No problem lying. That's how a coon get down. And I was just really pondering that they want to keep waltzing in and out of the communities. Now, this is where I'm going to get on each other's ass. The reason why the Coons feel comfortable in what they were doing, and I'm speaking in the past tense for a reason, because we have allowed them to come in and out of both worlds. But we are at this point now where we are putting these coons on fucking blast and say no fucking more. You have played a big part in trying to erode the royal family. But what you really did is erode yourself and denied yourself. And you spoke volumes about what you think of yourself and how you project yourself. We are a chosen people. And the very gifts that Yah has blessed us with, you got some out here that will reject it all. They don't want to be royal. They saying they want to be a heathen. They want to live a heathen's life. And a lot of them do. And they don't mind who and what they hurt in order to maintain their bag, their illusion of a position. Now, I know some of y'all coons is listening. You did not deliver the guarantee to Esau. He done with you. And when they done with you, you're going to get what we call a nigger moment. But it's going to be a different type of nigger moment. They dig up shit on you, which they already have. And when they tired of you, they present some fuckery you'd have done. Look at Paris Denard. You don't even see him on TV no more. They had a file on that coon ass, but he took it too far. He got real comfortable. Started acting like Esau and think he can say anything to Esau. Now, even though Esau might be at war with Esau, they not gonna let you disrespect they folks. And that is exactly what Esau is supposed to do in the war. Say, wait a minute, this motherfucking coon is out of hand. Let's put our differences to the side and deal with this motherfucker and let them know you ain't nothing but a nigga. And on top of that, you a coon. And then on top of that, they look at you like you have betrayed your people. Believe it or not, even though they can't stand us, they respect people like you and I that are fully entrenched in our community, not straddling the fence, that we have integrity. A coon don't have it. In order to maintain it, they'll do the most degrading things to their folks and the most degrading things to their actual being. That is what you call self-hatred. And then on top of that, their belief system is fake too. They don't really and truly believe in Yah, the Creator, Jehovah, Allah, and all those beautiful divine names for our Father. They don't have a good belief system. It's all an act. So they're essentially mirroring the system and essentially saying, okay, we know that Esau gave up their birthright. So these coons want to live for the moment. They're basically saying, I don't want to live in the kingdom. I don't want everlasting life. I want it right now. So you get what you ask for. But you will, as this thing is going on, you are being kicked out of Esau's world because they are having to deal with some deep dynamics. Because I had said the other day that, as we are coming out of this captivity, we will still be affected in this dying system. Well, anybody that's in this system, other races also in this system, are being affected too. But Esau mainly because they are what you would consider the dominant. This is how they shape this system to dominate, to degrade. And it has become a weight where their biggest concern was always to continue to watch us. And as time go on, you start cutting corners because the ones who truly know what we are capable of doing. So to keep us at bay, use a motherfucking coon, give them some butter biscuits, and they'll wear themselves out. Well, Esau don't have no more butter biscuits to bake. So whatever butter biscuit that these coons are eating are a figment of their own imagination. See, Esau will let you know straight up. They're not going to speak code. Get the fuck away from me. Get out my community. In fact, you're fired. Don't want to see you no more. You disgust me, nigga. Oh yeah, you'll get called nigga, straight up. And you have showed your loyalty to pure evil, and they don't respect you for it. So you think you're going to wash your ass back. No. I said long ago when I first got on YouTube, when a coon make their decision, they are already dead. Dead. Because the first thing that they did was disrespect Yah. You were born of royalty, but you wanted to give up your crown. You wanted to get off the throne. Are you such a coward? You're not willing to fight fully in this war. So at the expense of the royal family, you have did things and sacrificed us to maintain a motherfucking bag again and again, and made guarantees on our royal lives. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? So everything has came to a head, and it is bursting. And when it burst, filth come out, grime come out. It smells bad, it tastes bad, it looks bad. Again, I keep looking at that precision of Yah. I said it often. They were allowed to rule and reign for 6,000 years, unquote, 6 days. And then we are out of our captivity, and it all came to one. That's where it burst. So people are scattered everywhere. So the question that I asked the Coons, what are you going to do now? What are the guarantees you think you can make to Esau? Like you can handle us. What are you going to do now? You can't come back. We tired of everybody shitting on us. We tired of being a target practice. We tired of dealing with pain every millisecond. We're tired of being mocked and ridiculed and put on the world stage like we are the biggest problem to this entire globe. But with this antiquated technology that we have, we are being seen on the world stage. And the lies that Esau told about us, now they know. And more of them are knowing about how they really get down in America. Because they have been fed to stay away from the royal family. And then they think the ones that they see in Esau world, they must not be lazy. But they are understanding. May they have their different names for it, what a coon is. Like I was telling a friend, with Mexicans, they call their coons coconut, brown on the outside, white on the inside. In the Asian world, they call their coons Twinkies, yellow on the outside, white on the inside. So other races got names for their coons too. And it is the same type of somewhat of the same type of behavior. But to do what they have done, tell our secrets, waltz in and out of our communities, mock us also, because you want to be like Esau. You're mirroring him at all costs. Go above and beyond. You got coons that are judges just to stay in favor. They don't give a damn about giving us the most time ever and throwing the motherfucking key away. Don't simply care. And since now that Esau is pissed with you because you didn't keep up your end of the bargain, you want to come back? No. You are cancer. So you take your ass somewhere and die off. Don't come back whining and complaining. That's what many of them do. And then they up in their feelings. Now in this war, I have said, when they do come back and they done had multiple nigger moments, that's an opportune time to get the information that you need to get from these motherfucking sellouts. But trust and believe, they still looking back over at Esau to see if there's a door open where they can wiggle their ass back in. We have to look at it as a war. It's a true war. And that's part of the art of war. So, okay, I got some information. You don't know when they're going to shut that thing down. Yeah, that's fine to do that. But you're not going to come back to our community and spread your cancer. No way. It's just amazing how long we have endured, Father. And I pray to the depths of my soul, Father, that you will come quickly and bring the royal family home. We need our rest. We will continue, Father, to demonstrate our total faith. I know it's going to get worse. I know it may seem scary, but we know the ending of Esau. And you keep your promises. My royal family, I talk often about my spiritual experience. And the things that Yah revealed and the things that Yah told me has came true. Every single day when he told me my number, I see it every single day. And I will not get used to it. I acknowledge it all the time. It's a confirmation. I know we are all tired of these coons And when you get weary of them too, dealing in this war, that you got Esau coming and these Coons coming, and then their other supporters, redirect your energy and focus on Yah when it's just too much to bear. And what I do for my royal family, because we have to daily tasks in our lives, when it's beyond me, I mentally picture myself crawling in his arms and he's carrying me all day to get through the day. It's literally like walking in prayer. I thank you, Yah, for that. I truly do. But I am so very sick of these Coons that have been compromised, that have mirrored the system, that have killed us, that have sabotaged us, lied on us, and all the other negative things that they have done to us. We sick of it. And I know you will avenge all of that, Father. I know that. But also I know what is required of us is action. But we have to be very wise how we act. We can't just go to guns a-blazing, because there is a target on us constantly. I will continue to pray that the royal family have that hedge of protection. But we need to continue to vibrate my royal family. They fill us. I've been reading that some of us have been saying after that fiasco down in Dallas, they set us back 100 years. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. I reject that fully. I still see victory. We are victorious. We have won the war. And don't let up at all. When you're killing something, never ever give it life. Wipe it out completely. I will leave it there, my royal family. So render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.